Hello, every foxes and foxnesses. Welcome to the Fox broadcast. I'm here with Neptune and Scary.
Hello.
Neptune, say hi. Stop being quiet. We don't have a quiet kid in this house. My guy.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. I joke around with her. I think she wants to be right back. I think she's dead on us. Not literally.
Well, okay.
Oh, she left. Well, I think something happened to her mic. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Alright. What should we talk about today?
I don't know. What do you want to start with?
Well, let's just start off with the whole fucking drama shit.
Yeah. Well, where do I begin?
You can begin anywhere, to be honest. I mean, like, whatever is comfortable with you.
So, the funny thing for me is, should I just start from the beginning, honestly?
Yeah, just go ahead.
So, when I started watching YouTube around, I want to say like 2009, like YouTube still ran on Flash when I started. And I remember it was like 2012, 13 when the My Little Pony fandom really started to blow up. There was this YouTuber that had blown up named Reitanna, and I didn't find her through her muffins, actually, like a lot of people did. I found her through a series she made around Booth World Industries, which was a popular creepypasta at the time. And I remember going through her content and just kind of, enjoying it. There were always some pieces of content I ignored, which I'm just now realizing how bad they were, like, the Trary fanfiction and stuff. But, yeah. So, the thing is I always noticed, like, subtle things that just made me angry, so to speak. Like, I remember she released a LAR called Sick of It, like, I think it was actually, like, last year. And that LAR, she's screaming, and, like, she literally screams, like, I'm so fucking sick of it, and she goes off. And everyone's supporting her because she's having a mental breakdown, and it's like, oh, people feel bad for her, whatever. But if you know the context, the reason she's having a mental breakdown is because the video beforehand was about the PewDiePie versus T-Series thing that was going on. And her opinion was that it was pretty dumb that people were doing it because who cares if T-Series passes PewDiePie? And a commenter said they can't stand it when people say subscribe to PewDiePie, and someone replied as a joke saying subscribe to PewDiePie. That literally is the entire thing. That's why Reitanna had a mental breakdown. Just that. And it warranted like a several hour LAR. And I just remember stuff like that being like, just why? But then me and my friend Cara Mendoza we met back in like October of last year, because I remember I was watching YouTube on a smart TV, and I went to essentially, I was getting ready to do my chores, and I was getting ready to do the dishes, and I'm like, all right, I'll just listen to Encephalon, whatever. And I go to pull up her channel, and it's not there. And then I find a video from a YouTuber that I think has deleted their channel, named Detective Spooky, talking about what happened to Reitanna's channel, and they linked Kara's server in the description. So I'm like, all right, Pog, I'll just join. And while I was there, I realized this server was basically to help people calm down and not start panic so they could help her get her channel back. And, like, I remember this server literally had a text chat that was so, if you go into this text chat, there were a bunch of channels that we had proved were hacked, and someone found out because her channel, when it got hacked, the name changed to Sean Hannity. Essentially, what you could do is go on YouTube, type in Sean Hannity, sort by channels, and you get a bunch of channels named Sean Hannity that were hijacked. So what we had done is we created a huge list of channels that had been hacked so we could send them to YouTube as proof. And like this is how much we did in the server. And eventually, we helped Reitanna get her channel back because we actually got YouTube's attention on Twitter, something she denies to this day. And after she got her channel back, she uploaded I'm Back Finally, and this is kind of the video that made me really stop liking her, because in it, on surface value, you'd be like, okay, this is a pretty good video. She's just talking about what happened when her channel got hacked. But if you were in the Discord server, it was a special kind of insulting, because there was a segment where she basically says, actually, oh shit, I'm forgetting context, sorry. So before she got her channel back, someone emailed Reitanna. This was before she said not to email people, by the way. And because we had been raided by a site called Kiwi Farms, and Kiwi Farms had a thread on Reitanna. So we were emailing Reitanna asking, like, hey, can you say something publicly? Because we're hoping that might stop this. So what does Reitanna do? She waits till she gets her channel back, only to say, I don't get why they call them white knights. Why can't they just call them pink knights? Because not all knights were white. I'm not kidding. So, but I mean, like, that might be insulting in itself, but there was also the thing where she said she was pissed off at people who were making videos on the situation because she didn't want exposure, because she thought the more exposure she had, the more likely the hacker would be to delete his channel, or delete Ray's channel. But the entire reason Ray got her channel back was because we got YouTube's attention. So it's just really insulting. So after that,
I could see why it was insulting in a way, because like she kind of didn't credit y'all for helping her.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, if anything, she made it so we would sound bad for doing what we did, and it's like, no. Like, if you watch the video, there's literally a point where she says, oh, someone somehow managed to archive every single one of my videos. Thank God we didn't need to go to that point, but, I mean, thank you to whoever had done that. That person was in our server, so, Mm-hmm. In fact, the only content they didn't have was muffins and Drary, so it's like, eh.
I never watched Reitanna when I was younger. Actually, never. I watched a lot of YouTubers when I was younger, but Reitanna wasn't one of them. Yes, I watched a lot of Brony channels and Pega Sisters at the time, but like Reitanna wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
So that's like.
I mean, the thing is too. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. I was just saying it's kind of weird because it's like, well, then why are you like talking about her then if you don't really know her? Because I could still have an opinion on somebody, like just from what people say.
And that's what's baffling about this entire situation is Ray thinks you cannot talk about her unless you're a fan of hers. And it's like she's a public YouTuber with 57,000 subscribers that averages like over, 600 views. Like, looking at the last 5 videos she made, one has over 1,000, one has over 2,000, and then 600, 630, and 700. And it's like, you'd think she would at least understand why other people were able to talk about her. But no.
Nah, she does. She don't want to take criticism. She don't want.
And it's just so confusing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, funnily enough, you may have watched one of Reitanna's videos without knowing that she made it. And I just realized this recently. There was one video that was like actually viral back in like, well, I don't remember exactly when, but it was when Lavender Town was at its peak of popularity. It's still her most popular video to this day. And, I mean, I'll send it to you if you're curious, but it's literally just a video, no commentary, an intro, but no commentary or anything. And it's her basically creating a mock-up of what Lavender Town's hidden frequencies would sound like. And this video, I remember this blowing up because I watched this video 2 years before I heavily got into her content. So it's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, Neptune told me that she told me that her Wi-Fi fucked up actually just now. But she told me that she wishes that we had the old Reitanna and not this bitch that I would call, um, because she was so much better back then. And I'm like, I don't know, like as I think of it now, like yes, maybe we could get the old one back, but then again, like you don't know, like how she acted. maybe she acted the same way when she was back then on our old account, but I don't know.
Yeah. So I just looked at the video. I'm actually discovering something right now.
Yeah.
Reitanna in her most popular video is lying and saying these frequencies are real and from the original Pokemon Green. No, they're not. That's not true at all. Especially considering this sounds very different than Pokemon Green. Because if you've actually listened to Pokemon Green's Lavender Town for yourself, it's just the exact same but with a slightly higher pitch.
Yeah.
This is literally like there's like a wailing, like there's buzzing noises randomly, and yeah, it's dumb. Like the video is cool and all, but she's literally trying to act like it's real in the description. And she turned off comments. Okay.
Wah. Yeah, she I don't know, she did that to just not get like criticized or pointed out.
Yeah.
Some YouTubers do that. So like,
I actually plan on making a video on my channel denouncing some of my criticisms, though, because there are some criticisms in some of my first videos on Ray that I just don't believe in anymore. And maybe this is the best place to say it. I don't know. But
I'm sure, like, you can go ahead.
some of the criticisms I don't agree with anymore are things like I don't think she should be talking about politics on Twitter. I don't think that anymore because I just kind of slowly realized how dumb of a thing that is. Because if Ray has a Twitter, she can talk about whatever she wants. It just doesn't mean we can't get annoyed with what she says.
I don't know. Some of the things she says, like, I feel like you can use against her. Like, for example, the kid thing.
Yeah,
Like, you can use it.
like
Like, I don't care about politics. Like, we can talk about politics all day, and I just don't give a fuck. But, like, if you want to go and, like, talk about, like, something that, like, I can use against you, well, let me just take that evidence real quick.
yeah, and like she incriminates herself so much. It's almost terrifying. Like in the 4-hour lore that I just didn't react to because movie maker trimming makes it just so frustrating. So I figured I'd just react to the more important parts. But if I were to react to it in a whole, there's so many things Reitanna says about herself that she could genuinely like get a lot of shit for. She goes on this long tangent about how she used to abuse animals. Trigger warning for anyone who doesn't like the topic of animal abuse, by the way. But
or abuse in general.
yeah, abuse in general. I mean, that should be obvious when talking about rape. So if you ever watch a video that's critiquing Reitanna, just assume that there's a massive trigger warning in every possible field. But the thing is Ray goes on this massive tangent, and she says like she like used to breathe in squirrels' mouths to watch their cheeks puff up. She used to rip whiskers out of cats' faces. She apparently tried to drown a cat. There's a bunch of shit like this. She literally pretended she was in a satanic cult. One that I'm not gonna lie, I make fun of every once in a while is she apparently used to shit in her neighbor's cinder blocks when she was a kid. Like, I I don't I don't know why. Like, I think why that's so funny to me is I don't get why she would admit to that on the internet. There was no reason for it, especially considering all her point was yeah, I've made mistakes. It's like, yeah, even if you've made mistakes, you didn't need to tell us those things. Could have just said, like, you accidentally yelled at someone at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, or like maybe that's too personal to talk about. Like I know I have a Twitter, but like I don't talk about.
Reitanna, because for me, it's like Reitanna basically admits that she commits animal abuse as a child, and it's like, yeah, sure, she probably doesn't know it now, but, like, why? Actually, there's a certain tweet from Reitanna that would be interesting to bring up, but yeah, it's weird.
You're going to find it.
Oh yeah, of course I am.
Yeah, I heard you're clicking away, but I was gonna say like I have a Twitter, but like I don't go like I'm in like middle school, 7th grade. But like I don't go like say my personal shit. Like I only like post fan art or like stuff and shit. But like I don't. I mean I talk about random things, but they're not personal or like they can't use against me. Like I just talk about random shit. Like that's it. Like, and I don't really go on Twitter a whole lot. Like, I'm mainly on like on here or Instagram or whatever. So like, any only
Just like
reason.
admire this tweet. Admire this. She just
Oh,
randomly tweets
okay.
this out.
Hold up.
Oh, it's not going to show it. Here, I'll screenshot it. I didn't know it wasn't going to show it.
Yeah, Skype is aware of its links.
Yeah, Skype doesn't like Reitanna.
Yeah.
Microsoft, thank you for being on our side.
I could just look. I could look at it on my phone because my phone's like right next door to the computer.
Ah, those
I,
beautiful Windows XP sounds that you probably couldn't hear through my mic.
no, I mean I have Windows, but I have an Acer computer. So.
Just admire this tweet. She just randomly replied to someone saying this.
Hold on. I almost drowned someone when I was. What the fuck?
Yeah, she just randomly tweets out, "I almost drowned someone when I was 10." Thanks, Reitanna. Very nice.
They're very nice to hear that. Like, I, like okay, I get it. Like you've been an abusive life. Like some people have bad lives, but like, bro, like taking it out on somebody or something is very wrong.
This is a very big hot take, but going through parental abuse does not excuse having a history of animal abuse or, you know, I know you guys talked about this on the other 2 episodes of the podcast, but
Yeah.
Reitanna blaming the victim of sexual assault for being sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Yeah, she in her 4-hour large, she almost tries to justify it with the fact she was abused, and it's like, what the fuck?
Like okay, like I mean like, who, like okay, you've been abused, but like this is like different. This has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with the person, and you're over here blaming the person that got raped, which you shouldn't be blaming the person that got raped in the first place. But okay.
Yeah, and it's like another thing too that I recently found out that I don't really know how to point out in a video, so whatever, but it's funny because I just recently found out that Reitanna still runs Windows 7. I don't mean like how I do, where I run Windows 10 using OpenShell to make it look like Windows XP. No, she's actually running Windows 7. And why is that a bad thing? Well, I mean, you've noticed that she complains that Audacity crashes a lot, and she's one of the only people I've heard that have that problem. And
Yeah.
she has the recent version of Audacity, so
Yeah.
Audacity could be crashing because she's running Windows 7.
Yeah. I think Audacity. I don't use Audacity, so I don't really know how it works. But I I would think that you probably have to have like a different computer to work that.
I mean, I think it's supposed to work on all OSs, but yeah, it's
Windows. What? Yeah, I don't know why it's not working on Windows 7. Must be something wrong with her computer then.
I mean, it's just speculation, but I remember when I originally watched the video where she used the excuse of Audacity keeps crashing, and I remember my original point was, Reitanna, Audacity doesn't crash for other people. What have you been doing with your computer?
Yeah, like it could be that because like I used to have Steam on this computer that I'm talking on, and it caused a lot of viruses, so I had to get it off. Which I'm like,
Viruses
okay,
from Steam? That's a thing.
yeah. It's
I
probably
never.
because I tried to download Sims on another thing and it fucked everything up on here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get a monitor for Steam because this computer cannot work with it. And like my school computer, the other one I have, can't download shit because my school is just like, no, you can't download things on your computer. We're gonna block that from you. Like, okay, but I can still go on certain things.
So apparently, according to Steam, it's incredibly unlikely that you'll get a virus, but it's possible because some games are submitted by users.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I didn't think it was Steam, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna delete Steam to see if that helps my computer because it's been like fucking being a bitch. So it did help, but like I'm kind of sad because I had Gmod on that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
So
like,
but
I had to reinstall Windows due to a virus at one point, and
yeah,
it was a really bad virus, and I'll actually tell that story if you want. So, what happened was, um,
it must have been something very crazy.
well, I mean, it's partially my fault because I pirated Bandicam, and when I did it, I didn't like screen all the files that came with the zip file because there was like a bunch of what are they called, registry files, and it outright said, "Do not run these registry files. Delete them right away. They are viruses." And I did that, but I guess like I could have downloaded it from a better source or something because when I did it, it seemed to be fine for a while, but several like months later, I looked through my task manager process list because my computer was being really slow, and I noticed this one process. I don't really remember anything about it. I'll see if I can
Yeah,
find it in my friend's DMs.
yeah.
But it was like really weird because the thing like how do I explain this?
Like
Oh, I
there was
found the
like
screenshot. Here we go.
so there was like there was like a app that you didn't download, but it was on there or something.
Yeah, I have the screenshot I took back
Yeah,
in.
that's what happened to me when I downloaded Sims. Like something happened, so I had to go to a control panel and I had to delete it through control panel. I was like, oh
Oof.
okay, yeah. I had to like I didn't know because I'm stupid. I was like I got like my computer like at ninth grade, so I was kind of stupid. I didn't know how computers work these days, except for my school computer. So like I didn't know how to fix it. So like I had to look it up, and like when I knew how to fix it, I was like, oh, that's how you fix it. I'm a dumbass, and so
So I
like,
had this thing running as a process.
uh,
Uh, oh God,
I
that just like jump scared the freaking Skype call. I'm so sorry.
no
But
no
yeah, I had
that's
that running in Task Manager, and I had no idea what that was. So I right clicked it and clicked on Search Online, which is a feature on Windows 10's Task Manager. And when I did, I got nothing but a huge list of like, this is a virus. This is what this virus does. This virus is incredibly hard to detect. Here's how to remove it. Shit like that. And I followed one of the guides and deleted it, and my computer had been fine, or so I had thought. A month later, I go to scan my computer with Windows Defender because I do that on a regular basis, and I just lost admin rights, and I couldn't even access Windows Defender. I had no idea why, but I was assuming, okay, whatever this is, probably because of that virus I had before. So I ended up reinstalling Windows because it was the only thing I could think of to solve the problem, and it did. But because I reinstalled Windows, and I backed up some stuff, like I backed up all my progress on the Reitanna documentary, I backed up all my YouTube intros, but I lost a lot of stuff. So after like 2 weeks of fixing all of that, it was just kind of like, well, this sucks.
well mine I didn't lose stuff. I just had to because of storage. I had to move things in my Google Doc or and shit. So like I still have some files up here, but like recording
Yeah.
wise, like I also record on WeVideo, which is like a school thing, but I can't record on this computer because my mic broke, and the only mic that it works on is Skype. So like I can only record for broadcast here. So
Ooh.
yeah, so like
It's still
uh,
not as bad as my situation where I use a Rock Band 3 control or microphone to record my YouTube videos.
oh well, yeah.
I'm not kidding. If I screen share, will the video be able to see it or?
Um, no, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't, the video
Well,
won't see it. But like I know what
but
you're talking about because I see it in your videos, like the little recording thing.
yeah, but I just record with Bandicam, but the microphone I use. Have you ever played like Rock Band or Guitar Hero back in the day and used the microphone controller? It turns out you can plug it into a computer with USB and it'll work as a normal mic. So that's what I use. The
Uh,
only real downfall is that it pops a lot, and I don't know how to solve that. But you know.
Uh, well, with this thing, like, I don't know why it broke in the first place. I think it's because my dog Indy jumped on it, the computer, so that's why. And she's a Great Dane, so that's like I think why my mic broke.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, so like, cause like my computer, the bottom of it's open, cause I don't have screws to it. We'll say that, but yeah. So I was just like, when like you wanted to be in here, I was like, are we gonna call it Discord? Cause I cannot. I can only call on Discord for the phone call, but not
I
on.
mean, I thank God I actually use Skype. Here's a huge hot take. Skype is better than Discord, and Discord is fucking broken.
In my opinion, I used to use Skype, but then I started using Hangouts. Google Hangouts.
Hangouts is good, but it's like the younger brother that no one pays attention to, and it's sad because Google Hangouts is really good.
Yeah, like, but then again, I can't record on Google Hangouts because like then I have to like get you on the other computer, and then that's gonna echo. Like we're not having that shit. So like I'm like
Yeah.
Skype is the only way to go.
I have so many problems with Discord. Actually,
I really don't like. I'm fine with Discord. Like I just really don't text a whole lot, and the community tabs I'm in, which have bots in them, I just like I just don't really talk on there. I'm like, if I'm the
yeah,
nice kid, since I'm the nice kid, and I don't talk on there, that means I don't get in trouble with bots. And
yeah.
like when I was, I forgot to say this. Like when I was texting you, Doggo was like, "Don't spam a whole lot." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try not to." On your Discord
Uh,
thing when you
yeah.
were mentioning me, because I
Although
was
I
like,
don't mind
"Oh,
spam, to be fair.
yeah," but like people
Mm,
people mind spams and like.
Can never get over this tweet. I basically just roasted Discord on Twitter because Discord's official Twitter tweeted out, "Why the hell do we have so many features?" And if you want to know my exact feelings towards Discord, here it is. Because you add useless shit instead of fixing the year and a half old bug on mobile where it randomly kicks people from private calls. No one wants the random UI changes. Fix calls. It's the most important part of your app, and it's broken.
How kicks out people on calls? It doesn't do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why. Some people it only happens on PC, some people it only happens on mobile, some people it happens on both, and some it doesn't happen at all. But for a lot of people, what'll happen is you'll be sitting in a call in DMs specifically. I don't think it happens in servers. You'll be in a call in DMs and you'll just randomly disconnect for no reason. And it'll constantly
Oh,
say connecting and it'll never connect.
yeah. Like I have those times where like the Wi-Fi fucking thing, I have to reload it multiple times to make me come back in. Which I always thought it was my
Yeah.
Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi is a little bit buggy with Discord, so it's like, oh, I understand it, but like I didn't know that was Discord themselves. But like, I
It's
mean,
definitely a Discord problem because it can't be a Wi-Fi problem if it happens to so many people. It
yeah.
happens to. I think the most annoying thing is they keep changing like features related to video chat. Like they added the ability to screen share your camera on your phone in servers, and they keep adding all these features with video chat. And it'd be nice if it wasn't for the fact that 9 times out of 10 I go to screen share and my screen just kind of goes black after like 10 minutes and no one can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't blame you. Like, but like, but the thing is, it doesn't annoy me like most people. Like, you really think it's gonna annoy me to keep reloading stuff, but it really doesn't. Cause like, as long as it works for this call, like I'm fine with it. So.
Yeah.
But like, since
There's
because
also
I have to
like
call on mobile because the damn computer mic broke, it doesn't really do it to my phone. So.
yeah. And then that like this obviously isn't Discord's fault and this is the moderators of certain servers, but there are a lot of servers that are just so awfully moderated and I can't stand them. Like I play Geometry Dash a lot on my main channel, so I wanted to join the Geometry Dash Discord server. And I joined it and it was great. I used to voice chat with people a lot and it was fun. A month later, they made it so that you couldn't voice chat unless you were a certain level in the server. And in order to level up, you needed to type in the text chat. why that's a problem is I don't type in text chats, so it's just kind of like, well, I guess I don't get to voice chat unless I deliberately do something I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah. Because, like, me, it's just like, you know, like... Oh, hi, Neptune. You came late to the party.
Hey, Neptune.
Hi. I'm sorry for that all of a sudden my mom has to move stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah. We were just talking about Discord.
I was talking about why Discord is a garbage platform.
Well, Neptune. I'm just gonna talk about Neptune a little bit. Well, Neptune's an animator a little bit. She animates, but because of school, she can't really animate a whole lot.
It's pretty cool. Is there a theme to your animations, or?
No. It's just all over the place.
I saw the video you did yesterday, Neptune. It was fucking funny. I knew that me.
I'll be right back. My dog is barking.
Okay.
So, what did I miss?
So, we were talking about Reitanna for a bit, and then we talked about fucking viruses, and then, like, now we're talking about how Discord's trash. Sad.
If you hear my dog in the background, I apologize. I'm back, though.
Oh, no, it's fine. I got a cat in the background, but, like, you can't hear her, because she's a very quiet cat, so...
So, I guess I could talk about my interests with console modding and stuff if you want to hear about that.
Sure.
Sure, go ahead.
So, what I like to do is mod video game consoles to run what's called homebrew, which is like custom software made for specific video game consoles. It's not as hard to do as it sounds, but I'm specifically going to say what's great about having modded consoles, and that's I have emulators. So imagine being able to play Game Boy Advanced games on a 3DS and stuff like that.
Ooh.
One of my favorite things is I figured out how to run Atari 2600 games on a 3DS.
That's actually really cool.
Right? And then, okay, so one thing everyone seemed to hate about the 3DS was play coins. And it surprisingly wasn't because it forced you to exercise. No, what people hated about play coins is that everything that used them was too expensive. So, like, you have to walk 200 steps in order to get 2 play coins. Right? You can only earn 10 play coins a day, and you can only earn 300 at max. So, like, for example, in Animal Crossing New Leaf, 1 fortune cookie costs 2 well, I can't speak, 2 play coins.
Nice.
Or, yeah, stuff like that. It's just things are really expensive for play coins. I found an app that if you run it, it puts you at 300 play coins automatically.
Yeah. Well, for me, I like to do voice acting, and shit. So, like,
for example, I can do Pinkie Pie if you like.
That is amazing. Oh my god.
Or I think Amina, but
yeah,
I think Amina is just Pinkie Pie, but she really, really wants to cry.
oh, Dashi, I can do the cupcakes if you like.
yeah, I'm really,
I-
Neptune can do voices too, but she's very shy to do them. Right?
I've always wanted to hear someone do freaking what's her name's voice. Wow, I'm going blank on My Little Pony character names. Fluttershy's voice. I love hearing people do good Fluttershy voices.
Fuck, hang on, I don't know if I can do it,
Oh, well, it's very nice to meet you.
I guess. I don't know.
That actually sounded like, not Fluttershy, but it sounded like Minky a little bit from Muffins.
Oh, yeah, Neptune told me that Minky's voice is very slow and, like, soft.
Minky is just basically a much more female-sounding Fluttershy.
Yeah.
Like, a lot softer and a lot more, like, shy, Fluttershy. Yeah, more shy than Fluttershy.
I was gonna make a joke, be like, "Ha, Reitanna can't get me for a voice actor," because I'm not. I'm gonna deny that instantly. So
You know what makes me really sad? Apparently, Reitanna got an editor. And she's gonna have them edit videos for her after the next Muffins is out. But what's sad is apparently this editor agreed to do it for free.
Wow.
And I'm just
I would do it for money.
I mean, like, if Reitanna and the editor are both okay with it, then I can't really criticize it because they're agreeing to it. But I personally believe if you get someone else to edit your videos, you should pay them.
Yeah, but for me, I don't got any money, so I don't know how that gonna work. I have just edited my own videos, but like, Neptune, would you like to say your opinion about Reitanna? Because like, I was gonna get you to do that.
About the subject or just in general?
Just in general.
Like, to me, it just, I don't know. It's a yikes. Unlike certain opinions. That's it.
Yikes. Yikes. I think Scary died on us now.
Nah, I didn't die. I'm just curious.
Like, you watched Neptune. You watched Reitanna like before me.
Yeah, I've been like watching Reitanna since I freaking discover muffins or some YouTuber or some YouTuber who mentions Reitanna. I forgot what's
Was it Scare Theater?
I think so.
Was it a video about Candle Cove, debunking Candle Cove? Did he mention Reitanna specifically to say that Reitanna's one of the many people that remembers the show?
Yes.
Yep, it's Scare Theater. I actually talk about that in the documentary because something annoying happened as a result of that. This documentary's actually been kind of hard to make, but I'm pushing my way through it. The main difficulty is a lot of it's opinionated, so I'm trying to make, because it's basically Reitanna from the perspective of a viewer, starting when I started watching her and ending, up to now. Yeah. So I talk about how I felt about her channel each year. And it's like, it's difficult because, like, for example, the story, did I tell the story in the podcast or before we started the podcast? The one where I was telling you what happened with the origin of, or not the origin, but the one where I told the story of when Reitanna got hacked and how she treated the Discord server like shit.
You said it on the broadcast, yes.
Okay, yeah. So in the video, because obviously I have an easy time explaining it in podcasts or like in face-to-face conversations, but in the video I have to condense that story down and make it so it's not like 11 minutes of just me telling the story, and that isn't necessarily hard. What's hard is me not like saying things the wrong way when I'm condensing it, and I have to word things carefully.
That's the thing like we all have to be careful with is what we
say. Yeah, because I don't want to insult Ray just because of I don't want to just have the documentary be nothing but insults or whatever.
Yeah, like roast insults and shit.
And I mean, I do insult her a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a segment. This segment's actually already finished where I talk about her channel having all those clickbait videos back in 2014-15. I know this was before the podcast, so I'll say it again, but I have a huge distaste for Mike at Midnight, and that's specifically because Mike, he uploaded videos to Reitanna's channel basically saying, hey, come, if you watch this video all the way through, I'll have a Muffins update for you. And then in the video, he sits there advertising his channel, and then at the very end, when he promised a Muffins update, he just simply goes, a Muffins video will be out at some point in the future. And it's like, that's so insulting. That's really insulting because I get she was trying to insult the children that she doesn't like, but that doesn't just insult the children. That insults literally any fan on her channel that cares about muffins.
Didn't you I think I brought this up in a broadcast, but didn't you make a video where someone commented and the white knights attacked that commenter? Because she said something. She said something on the community tab.
I think so, yeah. I don't know. At this point, I've addressed so many things about her Twitter and her community tab that they all just blend together in my head. Like,
it's kind of hard to remember. It's kind of hard to remember every single one of that.
Yeah, but oh my god, her Twitter. That's another part of the video that's extremely difficult to make is the criticizing her Twitter because the video doesn't go like to now. It goes to, it's literally going to end with me saying like, at this point, I've addressed everything from this video onwards. Like, there's a video I stop at. I don't exactly remember which one, but there is stuff I add to eras I've already made criticisms in. Like, for Twitter Wait and Cat, which was the first video on my channel I made anything about, I talk about how Twitter Wait and Cat, I was terrified of the idea of her making a Twitter because she is not very Twitter SJW friendly, and I'm worried she would get attacked on Twitter, which turned out to be true, you know.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when I first heard, I was just kind of worried about her, but I just want to see how it goes, because I only follow her because of her art and her updates to see what's going on, but, like, when she, like, posts some political and some other stuff, I was just like, oh boy.
Well, like, political, I don't mind, but, like, when you're talking about, like, you hate kids and, like, want them to die, it's like, what? Excuse me, says the one who was a kid, like, long-ass time ago.
Yeah, like, when she used Tool lyrics to say Mother Nature was a person, and follow that up with, she thought Mother Nature was gonna fix it all, but no, this 100-year-old lady survived COVID. Like, she was saying she wanted the old lady to die when you read between the lines, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's not like reading between the lines either. All you have to do to understand what she's saying is know what those Tool lyrics mean. And hey, I guess I'm at an advantage because I like Tool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Neptune. I was talking about Mod Pie, and I forgot what we were discussing about with Mod Pie for your redesign of Mickey. Neptune.
I don't know. Like, I'm not,
listen, you like Mod Pie, right?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this, like, reboot Muffins, I just wanted to add mod because why the heck not? And then evidently on DeviantArt, like, if Mon Pie was in Muffins, Ninky Pie might probably hate Ninky. So I'm just gonna try my best to like make it like a reason why instead of just like, oh no, she's boring, she's emotionless. I just want to go through and deep discussion about between two of them, and then after that they might probably get along and just grow together. I don't know.
Like, yeah, because you said, like, you were going to, like, make them a little hate each other, but then, like, once they get to, like, know each other and stuff like that, you were going to make them, like, sisters. Like, friends, or whatever. Have a good-ass relationship is what I was trying to fucking say. There we go. That came out of my mouth. Found
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that sounds like a really good idea. I think Mod being in a Muffin spinoff would be amazing. Dude, Mod was such a missed opportunity. Like, I don't get why Ray didn't just add Mod. I'm not gonna lie, because, yeah, sure, Minky Pie was created because she didn't know Mod was Mod. She just knew they would announce that she had a third sister. Whatever. But Mod could have been included alongside Minky Pie, and Minky Pie could have just been the forgotten sister.
Yeah.
You know, And
But, you know,
Ray, Ray says she hates Maud as a character, yet she's never seen anything past season 3, from what she's said.
so, like, how can you say that when you didn't watch season 3, past season 3,
Exactly.
huh? How can you
She
say
says
that, huh?
she hates Alicorn Twilight more for the concept that Twilight shouldn't be an Alicorn, but Alicorn Twilight is not a Mary Sue. She's the opposite. She has flaws because she's an Alicorn, because she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I like to call Twilight a demi alicorn because she's not really. Because it's just like she became an alicorn. She's not born like Celestia and Luna were. So like.
Yeah.
So to me, it's kind of reminds me of a god and a demigod. So you have an alicorn and a demi alicorn, and a demi alicorn to me is just Cadence and Twilight.
It's actually why I hate I forget the name, but it's the baby pony from that one episode. Yeah, it's why I hate Flurry Heart, because before Flurry Heart existed, you could go off with this assumption that every pony that becomes an alicorn turned into one and wasn't born as one. And then Flurry Heart comes along and is like, oh, so you can be born an alicorn. Then what the fuck? What's the difference, though? Like, it breaks so many things on the concept of alicorns. People hate Twilight, but they love Flurry Heart, and I genuinely don't understand why it's not the other way around, because I don't know.
I'm okay with Flurry Heart, but like I think it's because I don't know. I think it's because since Caden was a demi alicorn and that trait, like you gotta think of the gene pool kind of thing. It's like take your ass back to science right now. Like if you take it to the gene pool, you see we have a recessive trait of a unicorn and then a fucking dominant trait of an alicorn. So obviously Flurry Heart was gonna be a fucking alicorn apparently, but I don't know how that happened. But it did.
And it's like, does this mean literally any pony has the ability to become an alicorn if, quote unquote, their true potential is unlocked, as they said for Twilight?
So you telling me if like a unicorn marries a Pegasus, we'd have an alicorn?
You know what scares me? You know what really scares me? Even like, not even just Cupcakes Pinkie, just show Pinkie Pie. Imagine her becoming an alicorn.
Oh no!
I will spread fun to them all.
Everyone gets cupcakes now. Free cupcakes for all. And then just a giant explosion where the entire Earth becomes a nuke of cupcakes.
I mean, I've seen people on fan art of like all the main 6 being alicorns, and I was like, you know, that's cool. But like Pinkie, I don't know.
There's so many missed opportunities in the show. Like, Nightmare Moon having a counterpart as Celestia called Daybreaker literally only exists in a dream. Like, they could have made Daybreaker a real thing. Imagine Daybreaker as a real character.
Yeah. But like,
because
people were
dude, you know what would have been a really good story arc? Imagine if, because obviously Nightmare Moon's whole backstory is she wanted people to respect nighttime more. What if people started to like nighttime more than daytime because daytime started to get too chaotic, and after people started staying awake at night more and more people were becoming night owls, Celestia got jealous and didn't realize she was becoming what Nightmare Moon became.
Yeah. But, like, no, I mean, for that, the way I see it is, like, I don't remember this brony's name, but, like, he described it as, like, if somebody told Luna about the dream world, like, early before Nightmare Moon, then that's when probably Celestia would get jealous that people are liking the night more.
Yeah. And here's another thing. Celestia, I heard a theory that Nightmare Moon could go into dreams just like Luna, and that's what's supposed to explain nightmares in the show. And because people still have nightmares after she reforms, that Luna only pretends to reform.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting theory.
Luna is my favorite princess. She's my favorite. She's my favorite.
I kind of hate both the princesses, though, because they kind of just throw Twilight in as, like, a big leap of faith, because it's like, even near Season 9, spoilers for Season 9, by the way, but in Season 9, there's this whole character arc where they start telling Twilight, well, you're gonna be the princess from now on. It's like, don't you think that's a bit too much pressure on Twilight?
I mean, I could see why, but like then again, Princess Luna and Celestia have been princesses for like centuries, my dude. You have to like centuries, like for a very long time. So like it kind of surprises me because like even Twilight's next student, like she could be the princess one day, like all we know, but like we'll never get that because they already ended. So like we only have like the theories and everything to like sum that up.
Imagine if Twilight passed on the princess. How do you say princess-ship? Whatever. Imagine if Twilight passed on being a princess to Sunset Shimmer, and that would tie Equestria Girls to the normal show.
Yeah. But like then you have then it's kind of confusing because like she had her as a student, then she got Starlight. Now she has Sunburst. I think that's her name.
Yeah.
So like it's like you had 3 students, 3. Well,
Here's
shorter.
one thing: if we go to Equestria Girls that I never understood either. In Equestria Girls, the whole backstory of the first movie, why Sunset Shimmer was even banished to the dimension in the first place, was that Celestia banished her from the pony world. And that gets really confusing when you realize that every pony has a counterpart in the Equestria Girls universe. Like there's Pinkie Pie, and then there's Pinkie Pie Equestria Girl, so on and so forth. Why doesn't Sunset Shimmer have a counterpart? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, what if Celestia lied and Sunset Shimmer is Celestia's counterpart from the Equestria Girls universe?
Yeah. I mean, well, technically, Sunset Shimmer was used to be Celestia's student, so she's not really Twilight's, in my opinion, but like more of Celestia's. Used to be before like Twilight was fucking the student.
For Twilight, I understand why she doesn't have a counterpart, to be honest, because the whole point of the universe is that it was a universe where Twilight didn't exist. And yes, there were all human forms, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Even though in like the second movie, like fucking there's the new Twilight, like
oh, there is a new Twilight. I haven't seen any of the other Equestria
the second Equestria, not the band one, but the third one. There's a third. Sorry, the third one is there's another Twilight. There's a human Twilight actually. Like so, we have two Twilights. One that went into the human world in the first movie, and then we have the other fucking counterpart that wears glasses. Glasses.
I'll have to watch the other movies. I kind of didn't know there was a third, and I never watched the second, so damn. All right. I guess my theory's wrong. That's all right.
But I don't know. With Sunset Shimmer, I don't know her reason why she wasn't the counterpart or had a human counterpart, but maybe she was both. Who knows?
That, or here's an idea. What if Celestia killed the counterpart just to save confusion for Sunset Shimmer?
Maybe. Oh. But like then it would be a dark ass My Little Pony theory.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of dark theories that turned out to be correct. Like, let me think. I mean, like we all know what Gygus was based off. Not the whole pregnancy thing that was turned out to be false. No, Gygus was based off a sexual assault movie that the creator had watched and been traumatized by as a child. So a lot of kids' media can be inspired by dark things. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, like, one of my favorites, this isn't really dark, it's more just interesting. Legend of Zelda is, like, the first one for NES is technically based on a true story, literally just for the idea that it's based off Shigeru Miyamoto being obsessed with exploring caves and stuff as a child.
Yeah.
One thing about Ray that's been driving me fucking nuts, and I talked about this before the podcast started, but I didn't really elaborate on it, is Reitanna's been going on this tangent, almost acting like the people who criticize her, I mean, she will say hate on her, but the people who criticize her have no life, and they obsess over her. And that drives me fucking nuts, because I do so many other things besides criticize Reitanna. I know this has to do with Reitanna, but I moderate the Discord server. And outside of Reitanna, I run a second YouTube channel centered around Geometry Dash and shit posting. I run I go to fucking high school. I'm a senior. Like, I have a life.
Yeah.
And lately I've been trying to figure out how to get my driver's license, and for Reitanna to sit there and say her critics have no life, the fuck does Reitanna do? Sit on her ass and play Animal Crossing? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. Like, I said in the second broadcast, like, later in it, I said I feel like Reitanna should leave the whole platform, everything, because
Well,
it'll
like
just
Twitter or YouTube?
everything, like Twitter,
Ah.
YouTube. I don't care, like, because like it would be so much better if she just wasn't here. No offense, but like, I mean, look how much.
Unfortunately, yeah, because with all the shit Reitanna's been doing, but maybe, and as much as I said in my big, like, because I made a video talking about how some of Reitanna's content is kind of pedophilic, and we don't have to talk about that if you're not comfortable. But what I will say,
I saw that video. That's that.
yeah. Well, the thing about that video that is at the end, I was extremely pissed off, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave in the segment because it expresses my raw emotion. But in it, I literally verbatim said, I hope you lose all of your platforms because you are acting like a worthless human being. And it's like, while I was a bit mean there, I don't know if I 100% want her completely deplatformed, but I definitely want her to lose platforms like YouTube and Twitter because she's fucking obnoxious and she treats so many people like shit.
Right,
And it's like a cult. It's like a fucking cult. You have to believe in literally everything she believes in just to be considered a fan.
I mean, like I said, like the fans, like I don't know why they don't see her, which, honest in my opinion, I feel like they're mini lads fans in a way. Like, you just don't care that what she did, like you just want to like forgive and forget. Like, brother, like this is not something we can forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Like
I actually, no, I'm not going to mention White Knights by name just because I don't want to lead you guys getting attacked. But there was a certain White Knight
it's too late. It's too late. You already said it.
Well, I mean, I could talk about the White Knight without saying his name, but there was a certain White Knight that I talk about a lot, and
Is it Coda?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Neptune mentioned Coda. I was like, that's why I told you. Like, I haven't got a text from Coda on my broadcast.
Well, the thing is on Twitter the other night, Coda kept saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't understand why that bitch Colt Kelly won't unblock me," and like they were being fucking hostile as shit. And Colt Kelly literally blocked them because she didn't want to deal with the shit. And he's like, weeks later, why did they block me? And he literally called Colt Kelly a pussy, and it's like, that's not fair? Question mark.
It's not really fair in my opinion. Like for you to call that.
Yeah.
The P word, but it's like she blocked you for a reason. She blocked you because how much of a you attacking her and shit. Like she blocked you for a good reason.
Yeah, and it's like it's sad when Reitanna drops a subject before Coda.
Yeah.
And the worst part is for me is like afterwards, Kelly did unblock Coda just to kind of be like, okay, what do you want? Because she was getting sick of seeing them talk about her in threads. And he goes, he starts pushing the narrative that, oh, what happened to ignoring me? And I'm like, I'm responding to you because you won't shut up about me. And it led to this long as fuck argument, and he was being hostile as hell. And the reason I bring this up is because then he deletes his Twitter, makes a new one, just because Reitanna's like, oh, where did Coda go? Where did Coda go? Because Reitanna's all buddy-buddy with Coda. And then, he makes a brand new Twitter and then cries to Reitanna saying, I deleted my old account because it was filled with so much hate. And it's like, what?
I mean, he's just sounding like he's just sounding like a scaredy cat, to be real honest.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go and delete your Twitter, redo it, and then go to someone else. Like, bruh, who do you think you are? Like, you can't do that.
And it's like
you know
there's
what,
shit like
anyways,
him admitting that he stalks his critics and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck?
like, if you stalk your critics, how come I haven't got one single text from you, brother? Like,
Yeah, and it's like he
like,
stalks Cole Kelly, he stalks Kara, he stalks me, and it's like, I mean, I don't care if he stalks me. I find that hilarious
oh, we're
considering
running to 1
the
hour. I thought Skype couldn't take it. Okay. No, it's fine.
oh
Continue.
damn. But he took like maybe 7 L's, probably more. I lost count on my channel. I think one of the funniest videos on my channel is Coda took a fat L, where I criticize his deleted comments, like shitting on people on my channel. Like he was shit talking people on my channel, and then he deleted his comments because he didn't want to be criticized, only for me to realize, wait, I have a notification bar.
Yeah.
That one was probably one of my favorites because, like, yeah.
Neptune, what did you say about Coda? I forgot. You remember
Like-
what you said about Coda?
Like, I have a feeling that he's kind of edgy, and it's kind of like annoying me so much.
Not
because
the
he was
good
trying
kind of
to-
edgy. We talking like the bad kind of edgy.
like
Yeah.
like a type of like some person that just starts anything, wants to fight and other stuff. I don't like
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
type of person.
Yeah, like he's just like starting shit for no good reason, just to start drama. And I'm like, okay, well if you're starting with me, pal, you're gonna mess with me. Okay, like you're gonna mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you back. Like I don't give a fuck. I can fight with you, little one. You may be
Yeah.
older than me, but I got the upper hand. And I
Have
don't.
you taken Reitanna's Are You a Reitanite test on Quota? It's so stupid.
Yes.
It's like all of the questions, well, not all of them, but a majority of the questions are opinion based. Like, when did you start watching my channel? And there are 3 correct answers. One is your current channel. One is your first YouTube channel, because she had 2. Her first one's deleted, and I don't remember anything from it. And then the other one is since your MySpace days. And it's like, why? How does that question prove if I'm a fan of you or not? Even if I get that incorrect, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And through your DeviantArt is not an answer, which, as much as I don't like DeviantArt, other people discovered her through DeviantArt, so it's like, that should be an answer.
Yeah. So I hit my cat's fucking eye. I hit my cat by accident.
Is he okay?
Yeah, she's alright. I was trying to come over here because, like, she keeps opening my door. And, like, I actually kicked her with my foot. It's an
You
accident.
didn't, like, actually kick her, right? Like, you didn't pull an Alinity.
No. It was an accident. Like, I don't hit my cat.
That's good. Just a random Alinity joke to make this podcast complete.
Yeah.
Oh, can I ask you both of you guys a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of Excephalon?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Long answer. But the thing is as content, Encephalon actually isn't the worst. I mean, I don't know what Reitanna actually came up with as inspiration from Encephalon, other than, her own thoughts. But the thing is Encephalon expanded on a creepypasta I was a huge fan of, about, I forget what the roller coaster was called, but it's literally about a roller coaster designed to allow people to kill themselves while having fun. And it's a really sad creepypasta because it's from the perspective of a dude who decides to ride it. But she uses that creepypasta and puts it in her universe in what's honestly an interesting way.
Yeah.
But the thing is Encephalon has good episodes and bad episodes. Like, I love Tragedy on Suicide Day. That one is so good. But then you come across ones like Origin of the Jisatsu Brothers, and it's like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
nothing but incest masochism fetishizing bait, and it's just like, ew.
Achoo.
And then there's, of course, the random jabs at people who do marijuana, and it's like, as much as I don't do it, I don't think you should judge people for it. Like, they literally, like, make jokes about... It's obviously just Reitanna self-inserting her opinions on marijuana. Like, let's be honest.
Okay, now my opinion now. All right. So, I never watched it, obviously, because you know me. Like I said, I don't watch Reitanna as a for a living. But I'm fine if you research your characters. Like for the disorder ones, I'm fine with you researching it. But the way she the way that I can't say it. The way that she has a character that has autism really pisses me off, because it's like I have autism. I don't fucking act dumb or stupid. Like you're just
Yeah.
making it's just very stereotyped kind of way, and I don't like that. Like,
Yeah,
cause
and
like
then there's... If you do ever read... First of all, if you read... or not read, but if you listen to Encephalon, find a fan-made in-order playlist. Do not use Ray's playlist, because she has it in out of order so badly that what's currently the final story timeline-wise is first in the playlist. But as for that final story, the funny thing for me is that she tried to present a character with ADHD, and how did she do it? They basically made a character that's obsessed with porn jokes.
what? Like my friend Matt has ADHD, and he doesn't. He's
Literally, the joke of the character is she has ADHD, so she'll randomly yell, "Boobies!" And it's like, that's not ADHD. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't really do her research, and she just based it off of somebody, like, stereotyping.
Yeah.
Neptune, didn't you say you wanted to, like, create
To make my own
Yes, there you go.
Encephalon, but like it's kind of like a whole totally different, not like as similar as Reitanna's.
like, I'm fine with Neptune doing it, because I know Neptune would do her research, because I trust I trust Neptune. Like, I know Neptune for 6 years, so, like, I known her for a while, so, like, I know it's like, I
Fair
trust
enough.
her. I trust her. I trust her as long as she does it. But if she done did it wrong, I'm gonna get it on her ass. But you know, it's like I'm gonna be mama bear. But like, I'm fine with her doing it as long as she doesn't do a Reitanna or pull a Reitanna.
Yeah.
So like,
And then when she like portrays Derpy on muffins, because myself, I have a learning disability and then I have speech problems. Like, even though that I met some people my whole in my lifetime speaks like Derpy, but like I don't know how to subscribe.
Are you okay, Rainbow Dash?
I like
Yeah.
it.
That's incredibly impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, in the only real defense I can muster up for Reitanna, in that if I even try, is that the show kind of did it as well. So, I mean, unfortunately, Derpy really is kind of in character, but it doesn't really defend it all the way, because there's shit like making Derpy get extremely pissed off the second someone calls her retarded. It's
Yeah.
like that isn't really accurate to Derpy's character. Derpy would probably more or less get a little sad and then dismiss it. Fun fact about Derpy, by the way, if you want to know something funny, I own a My Little Pony DVD called The Friendship Express, and it's just a DVD with like 5 episodes, 6 if you count the fact it has part 1 and 2 of the pilot. But it's funny because it has the episode, the one where they censored Derpy, the one everyone got pissed because they shouldn't have censored Derpy. The DVD has the uncensored version on it.
Oh.
So I'm happy about that.
Alright. Well, just to show that Derpy, I just have a pop figure that's Derpy. Okay.
That is amazing. Here,
I
I'll go grab the DVD and screen share real quick.
Okay.
A sec. Oh god, I gotta turn off auto rotation.
I gotta turn off my camera. I don't show my face yet until like I'm 18, which will be next year, 2022.
See, this is the DVD. It includes the pilot, part 1 and 2, Over a Barrel, Heartswarming, even the last roundup. And funnily enough, yeah, it has the uncensored version of Derpy.
Oh.
I own a lot of random movies. Like, I don't even know where I got this. I think I just picked this up at a garage sale. I've never actually watched it. I don't even know if it's like a children's movie or not. I just
It is a children's movie. I watched this.
Yeah. I just kind of have it.
But yeah, so
Here's one that'll make any Rooster Teeth fan jealous. Ruby, Volume 1 through 5 on Blu-ray.
Wow.
I can open this.
I've watched
So it's got
series.
Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, and a bonus disc.
yeah, Volume 6. So we call it Volume 6.
Volume 6 and 7 do exist, but I bought this before they were out, so.
Okay. Alright. Well, yeah. I don't know, like, Jade Sapphire asked me, like, she very likes the broadcast and stuff like that, and I was telling, because it was about Reitanna, and I was saying, like, I don't really make drama videos or people, so, like, talking about people unless it's necessary. So I felt like, talking about Reitanna, that's kind of necessary to get out there. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like...
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and I threw this party just for you.
I can do like some Minky Pie voice impression, but for the first one I try, it sounds really, really raspy.
Well, it's been a while since you've done high-pitched voices, since you've, like, been doing a lot of man voices. We'll call it man.
Fair enough.
Because if I say deep-ass voices, people will take it out of context. Because we have dirty-minded kids in here.
Oh my.
In my comments, not in here. So, but, like, most of my comments are my friends, so it's like, wee woo wow wee, I guess.
Like, generally for Derpy, I like Derpy. I was like, I wish I have a Derpy doll, but I can't afford it. I used to have like some multiple collections on My Little Pony.
I
But
don't
now
know.
it's
I could do some My Little Pony voices. Like, I can't do Rainbow Dash. I can do Scootaloo.
Rainbow Dash.
Like, I can do Scootaloo. Like, and shit. I can't do Sweetie Belle.
I can sort of do Apple Bloom, and I don't really think I could do it anymore because
It goes to fucking British all of a sudden when I go country. But that's fine.
It's funny because whenever I try to do Babs, I accidentally do the Jersey Shore's voice. I don't know. I'm a little shy with voice acting, so I won't try to do it, but yeah.
Sonic, are you okay?
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
I can do Tails because your profile picture kind of looks like Tails. So
I can do a pretty over-dramatic Papyrus, which I don't mind doing in Call.
Go ahead.
Human, do you want my spaghetti?
oh my goodness, that
It's
is good.
It's basically just Varg Skeletor from He-Man, but with like this huge like, how do I put it? Imagine Varg Skeletor with a little bit of Irish.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I really
It suits the font well.
I think I really used to like to do Rarity and Pinkie Pie a whole lot. Because I was like, oh, darling, this dress is simply divine. Because, like...
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Rarity as a character, so
But like, doing Pinkie Pie is very hard nowadays. Some people say I sound like a lolly now. Or like an anime.
God.
But yeah, I don't know why.
Probably because my high-pitched voice and shit.
I used to do Rainbow Dash, but I don't know if I can do it
I
now.
can't even like singing as Rainbow. I used to sing. I also sing a whole lot too, but like singing as fucking Rainbow Dash was the fucking hardest without me voice cracking. Like my throat will go from like point A and then fuck and then crack right there. Like I can't really do Rainbow Dash a whole lot. I can do Scootaloo, so that's fine. As long as I can do Scootaloo, we're okay.
Yeah.
I always thought Scootaloo was a sibling to Rainbow Dash, but then when we had that parent thing, I was like, oh, so that's her parents?
No, I don't remember what the episode was called, but there's a one where they go camping together, and near the end of it, Rainbow Dash verbatim says, "Listen, I know you don't really like have parents in Ponyville with you, because her parents weren't in Ponyville." She was saying, "I know your parents don't live with you or anything, so what if I were to take you under my wing as like an apprentice?" So
Yeah.
it's more like Rainbow Dash is training Scootaloo than anything.
Yeah. But to me, it's just like you have Sweetie Belle with Rarity, then you have Apple Bloom with Applejack, but then you got Scootaloo. Scootaloo. Scootaloo.
Right. What bothers me of like the whole My Little Pony, it
Oh
just when
no.
something happens where like the quick like Twilight and her friends are like, I can't really explain it because I haven't watched the show for a while, but like certain points that the princes are just absent, like
Oh, like the first
repetitively.
season? Like the
No,
first.
like later like seasons.
Oh yeah, like the princesses are not there, so they have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, cause like it's in my eyes, it feels like they have to give them the responsibility. Like, hey, you got to do this because like the princess. Cause with Sombra, especially with Sombra, the princess fucking did that before, and you know how that went. So they're putting it like
Yeah.
up to Twilight and like her friends and shit. Cause like it's not because they're putting like too much pressure, except for the whole her becoming a princess thing, but like they're just giving her the responsibility because like they have to see her full potential, basically. And this was like kind of before she became a princess too, so like when she used to be a unicorn.
Alright.
And like damn, it's been a while since I watched the fucking seasons and shit. Like after season 9, I was like stop.
To me, in my opinion of Twilight being an unicorn, I didn't mind it.
I mean,
was like,
I was like, I felt like it was gonna happen somehow. Like one of them was gonna have wings.
I was just like, if she's gonna, she did it. She's an unicorn now. All right.
All right. Some people mad about it.
It was just kind of random, to be fair, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
I mean, it was a great. When did she become out for season 2, season 2 or 1, whatever. Season 3, possibly. I don't know. Either season. I think it was like probably a good ending to a season, whatever which one it was, of her being an
Fair
Alicorn.
enough.
Because like. So like.
So, do you think we could end the podcast now? I'm just starting to get a little tired.
Oh no, yeah, it's fine. All right. All right, we are ending the podcast. Go subscribe to these two. I will have their links in the description. And have a foxhole day, everybody.